Hello to the members of the admissions committee. My name is Diana Towe, and I am applying for the Master of Science in Clinical Mental Health Counseling at the University of North Texas for the fall of 2023. And first off, I want to say thank you so much for considering my application and for including me in this next step of the admissions process. I'm so excited and, of course, a little nervous, but I'm eager for this opportunity with the video to provide a little more information and hopefully demonstrate that I've got some of the qualities for potential for success in the program and for success as a licensed professional counselor. So, without too much more of a preamble, let's get into the questions. So, my aspiration related to the field of counseling is to become a licensed professional counselor. I would like to work mainly with adults, as well as young adults and even teens, and even with later life experiences. I want to specialize in depression and anxiety and other anxiety disorders, such as generalized anxiety disorder, social phobias, OCD, and even people who don't have a specific diagnosis but are maybe dealing with a transition or coming into a rough patch and just would want some help and some guidance and a safe place to talk through uncomfortable experiences and emotions that are difficult to confront. And my appreciation for counseling and my aspiration to become a counselor stems from my own experience with counseling. Um, I've had a really hard time opening up and talking about my own experiences and myself, but having great supportive friends really helped me realize as they were opening up to me about their struggles and what they're dealing with, and also mentioning that they are going to counseling to work through these things, made me realize the importance of talking through things. Can't bottle things up. We can't do that as human beings, and also made me realize everyone can benefit from counseling. And hey, I'm part of everyone. I guess I need to go to counseling. And my counseling experience has been wonderful and been awe-inspiring to see what the techniques and principles that my counselor uses to help me get from point A to point B, where it's much brighter and much sunnier and much warmer on the other side of that tunnel. Um, I want to be able to provide that same safe place and that same guidance to help others gain more self confidence and self esteem, have more self worth, to feel like they are also capable of doing the things that they want to set out to do and no longer be held back and stymied and locked up from those uh, experiences that are hard and uncomfortable and don't want to deal with because they have so many negative emotions attached to it and that we run away from. It's natural for us to want to run away from things that are unpleasant. So being able to confront them is very important, and being able to provide that safe place for others to be able to confront those difficult experiences is what I really want to do. Okay, so conflict, personal and interpersonal conflict. For personal conflict, for a while in my counseling, I felt like I was having to deal with the same issue and work through the same issue each counseling session. And after a while, I told my counselor, I'm getting really frustrated and angry that I can't seem to move past this. And what she described to me was that it takes quite a time. It probably gets easier and easier with each more practice you have with this, but to build new neural pathways, you have to, um, over time, dismantle the old neural pathways that led to those thoughts and behaviors and emotions that you're trying to change. And with patience and deliberate practice, build new neural pathways. And um, it reminded me of like a river carving its riverbed. The flow of the water is creating the channel for it, and how it takes time to change the course of the river. And so that was quite a revelation for me to become more patient with myself, and that also has helped me become more patient with pretty much everyone around me. And I think that has been very helpful as well. As far as interpersonal conflict between my partner and I feel like I've I have the idea. We'll see if it changes in the future, but I have the idea that uh, conflicts in a relationship largely stem from a conflict or issues that each individual person has, and they come in friction with each other, and that kind of creates conflict in the relationship. So, um, my partner and I had a moment where we were getting frustrated with each other. So, talking about, okay, what was going on here? What were you thinking? Was I thinking when this was happening? I came to realize that, oh, we are actually anticipating what each other is thinking and feeling, and um, because humans in general are kind of catastrophic thinkers, we we were each anticipating the other person to have the worst possible reaction when that was not the case. So we had talked through it. It was not fun. It was not comfortable, but we talked through it, and um, we decided and made the agreement with each other. Hey, let's say more directly what we're feeling and ask more for input of the other person instead of anticipating and assuming how they're going to respond. Diversity, equity, inclusion, and justice are very important issues that we're kind of struggling with right now as a society, especially with states like our very own Texas trying to roll back diversity initiatives. So we need to be more proactive to make sure no one's excluded, because every single person has worth inherently, and every single person deserves to be able to meet their personal and professional goals and be able to advance in their respective fields. And we lose a lot of perspective when we exclude others. And we see the, the negatives of discrimination. Um, but I think it's also important that every single person, myself included, we need to approach every interaction with every other person with compassion and empathy, and make sure that we ourselves are humble if we make a mistake based out of ignorance or unconscious bias, to be able to admit that and say, I'm sorry, I caused you more pain. Um, Please let me learn more and try not to do this mistake in the future, and try to be more aware of my unconscious biases. So, my bachelor's degree is in political science, which not quite related, but has given me an appreciation of the complexities of issues that deal with human beings, and the need and importance of evidence based research, and implementing the findings of that research and the techniques of that. And I've taken a number of psychology classes, like general psych, abnormal psych, human sexuality, social psych, lifespan and development, uh, statistics for psychology, um, and a couple others. And I've gained a lifelong passion for understanding and learning more about psychology and about counseling, and how we can grow as human beings, and the importance of mental health. And I hope that I get to learn more through the program as well. Thank you so much for considering me and for the opportunity. Thank you.